Aloha and welcome back, buddies. I'm Sammy Grayson. Here with me again is my little buddy Chumbly. Say hi.
Water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water.
Yes, we are going to a place surrounded by a lot of water. Well, on one side anyway. Anyway, welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. You're on our way to Brawlhaven.
Ah, it's you.
But first, we have a couple things to take care of between here and there, such as, like, tasks and a boss fight with Katharina, probably. Don't hold together too much time on my hands. Let's say we take a little rest and talk a moment. No trace of enemies around, by my eyes. Peaceful for now, which means we get to have a little break. Actually, you know what? Now that I've said that, I should probably prep for that, actually. Cleric, Medic, Knight. It might actually be decently set for that already.
Ah, it's...
Alright, let's hang out with Hazme. How's it going, buddy?
Good grief.
Goodness, time to bid farewell to Martyra, isn't it? Can't help but feel a connection to that place. The village from which I originally hail is not far from Martyra. Yeah, there I grease up my skin more than grand trads. Nice and quiet.
That's right.
Nice and quiet, Martyra. Yes, on this subject in particular, we are in full agreement. Wait, hold on. I can't... Can I? Is there a way to, like, get rid of... There's no... The block of the thing. Am I crazy or is that not the block from Catherine? Speaking of which, where is your hometown? I've heard before that you received this mission from the hidden village where His Highness the Prince resides. Ah, right. My apologies. Didn't mean to ask with such carelessness. No tribe faces even harsher prejudice than the Ujif. I'm not private if you'd rather not discuss it. And none alive who wouldn't want to forget certain aspects of the past, myself included. But if that is truly the case, then perhaps it is not one's past that defines a character, but what they do in the present and the future. If we were all to face the future together, then perhaps someday we could find ourselves living in a world resembling the one from that novel you carry. Yeah, I think that is one of the blocks from Catherine. Oh my god. While my imagination grows, Hazme and I discuss the challenges still ahead of us.
All right.
I'm getting plenty of imagination, at least. Glad to have such an opportunity to converse. If a good night's rest evades you, then I will keep you company in its stead. Edge. Hazme and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The next morning.
Quite.
The salty yet strangely refreshing aroma of seawater is already upon us. At this rate, we should reach Brawlhaven by tomorrow. Seawater? I thought so. The air feels a lot more clammy, so I assumed that's what it was. So we put the forest behind us at long last. It must mean we've already ventured beyond where that cliff collapsed, barring passage.
I see.
It would seem it was fixed without a trace of its ruin. And speaking of ruin, Nearest, remember that we are relying on you for safe passage the rest of the way. Later that day. Tomorrow we should be able to see the ocean.
That reminds me.
Nearest said the waters around Brawlhaven are kind of strange. I'm curious what he meant by that. Everyone seems to be off doing their own thing. Which means the easiest time to cook. Anything we haven't made yet. We haven't made the critical meatballs.
That...
Only Hulkenberg knows how to cook that. I'll go call her. Yeah, we haven't cooked with Hulkenberg yet. I've considered this topic for quite a while. It's not true that meat tastes better when consumed by the mouthful rather than via tiny, polite little bites. I would say yes. It is my preferred method, as you can luxuriate in its full texture whilst increasing one's jaw strength. The logic behind cutting meat into smaller pieces eludes me. I suppose it depends on what kind of meat. Like steak, you definitely, depending on how it's cooked, you definitely want it to be in smaller chunks. Whereas like chicken or turkey, you can just go by the mouthful and have at it. Pork's somewhere kind of in between, I think. We've had only the most restrained application of seasoning as well. It's best to let the ingredients' natural flavors thrive. Standard white woman behavior. Animals must forfeit their lives to sate our hunger, then the least we can do is honor them. The least we can do to honor them is to taste the full glory of their sacrifice. I mean, don't get me wrong, a nice cut of juicy meat is good, but seasoning helps a lot with that. Started preparing food with Hulkenberg, making sure to follow her minimalist methods with the ingredients. Chose prime ingredients on this day. I dare say this meal will be quite exquisite when it's complete.
Good.
Pleasing aroma, is it not? That indescribable acridity belies the dish's depth. It's so novel and unique. If I tasted anything like this, and I may never again.
Right.
Critical meatballs are complete. Enchanting aroma, is it not? Meatballs. Alright. Oh, she's just right there. Hello.
All right,
What else
then.
we got? Increase our courage. What's our courage at? What's our education at? No, it's wisdom, not. No, let's spend a little more time with
Well
Hulkenberg.
met.
Use some battle strategies.
All right.
She'll give and expect no quarter.
Yes.
Considering the current flow of battle. The weird-ass chess game. An even battle, but within the span of one turn, I suddenly found myself cornered. Come now, 'tis too... Come now, 'tis too early in the battle for so sullen an expression. If your foe mobilizes a large force, then surely an opening
What
will be
should we
found.
do?
Enemies marshal their full might to breach your defenses, also while leaving their own base wide open. I say
If
balance.
so,
It's simply unavoidable if you want to capitalize on the opportunity to seize the enemy stronghold.
All
Yay!
Well then.
Yeah, full scale counterattack would have been dumb, and I guess. And she. You can already hear her going full riddles on me if I decide to prioritize defense. So, show me with your next move. Being too passive.
Gauntlet runner sighted!
Enemies coming our way, or so I thought. Looks like it's that Missy's Gauntlet Runner coming for us this time.
Hey! Hurry it up!
certainly.
Well, hello again.
It's you! So we meet again! Maybe you... Give me a break, lady! Ever heard of learning from your mistakes? Sorry, but we don't intend to lose either.
All right,
Ooh,
Nurse.
big
Time to
talk.
put that bombardier skill to
Well,
work.
I'm willing to rewrite my record if that's what it takes to be queen. My people are suffering as we speak. Who's gonna save the Parapus if I don't give it all I've got? I promised them all I'd become queen. You're all decent people, got nothing against you, but I'm not holding back.
Now's the time!
Decent start. Good chunk of damage.
Looks like you've gotten stronger. So have we.
I'll use what I must.
Alright.
How about this?
Last
Fuck
chance to
yeah.
give up. Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
By this power,
Alright.
flare!
Ready to
I
lose?
call upon royal power within!
to
Hack and slash!
Let's do this.
No
fair
holding
and
back!
square.
Should have done that first.
Observe with blade in hand! I'll run you through!
May power of kings. I'll take this.
Sorry.
Nothing. Why, hello there.
Do something for Rob.
Clear it!
It makes sense myself. Look at that, she's already
Why are
half
you
down.
so strong, damn you? But this is where the real fight begins. Get ready to get stomped.
To get stumped.
Going in for the kill.
Is that all?
Ow.
This is a joke.
Oh, she
You'll feel
heals.
this one. Captain's hurt bad.
Can't give up now.
Let's get him some healing.
Ooh.
Are you prepared?
Okay, this might not be so easy.
I'll cut you down!
Captain's
In the
on his
name
last
of
legs.
justice!
Someone
Go for it!
Get him
I
healed up.
stand. Come! Is that all?
Ready to
Faker.
lose.
I have my methods.
Captain,
Come
you've
forth,
got your
royal
defenses
soul.
down.
Flare!
I don't have any healing skills in this bitch.
Nothing.
Only a flesh wound.
Captain's on his last legs. Someone, get him healed up.
Expect
Here.
this in. Here you go.
I knew you'd help.
Captain,
No.
they've got your defenses
Hack and slash!
down. Right on target. Nice
Let
one,
justice
Joel.
prevail! I stand waiting.
Your eyes on Hulkenberg.
The Faker. No. Try the hidden blade.
Vitus power!
Light.
A tough one! Warrior!
Almost got her.
You'll be dust!
There we go.
No. Why? Why? I trained so much for this. This isn't supposed to happen.
Satisfactory.
Level up and a
Even
rank up.
I had more to learn.
Almost out of the triple digits.
I've lost.
Damn, I lost again. If I could just beat you, I'd ask you to join me. The power of yours is really something. Don't you rest easy, because I will win next time. Start preparing now, you got that? Katharina, cheer up. And who is this?
Yeah?
Random Parapus man. Saw you running, so I followed you. As tough as they say. Eudoricus, who do you think I am exactly? Pardon me. I know perfectly well you're the great Katharina Gran. Everyone here knows. In fact, all their hopes are pinned on you.
Oh,
Are all these people migrating to find work, even though it might kill them in the end? What other options do Parapus like them have? It'd be dangerous, but you gotta break some eggs to make an omelet. Eudoricus, wait. Take this and see if you can't stop everyone from leaving for now.
Hey!
Good news, you lot. Katharina's made a generous donation. Thank you. Now we can eat for once.
listen to me.
Listen, everyone. I know these times are trying. This kind of work ain't the answer. If you can hold out just a little longer, I swear I'm going to set things right for us.
Well then.
Now there we are. We believe in you, Katharina. I earned that money slaying a monster just a few days ago. Meant to be the start of my royal campaign fund. Small price to pay for helping out my people, but it'll last them, what, a few weeks at most? Heading out to find work again in no time. Just can't fathom dying to earn a living. And the fat cats are all too happy when the Parapus take them up
I'll
on it.
make it happen.
I'm in charge. First thing I'm gonna do is offer bounties of their bloody heads. Squeeze us dry, so I'll squeeze them right back. Will that work? Can't help but wonder if that would solve anything. Honestly, I have no idea. Even now, tons of those people aren't going to survive. We can't tell people who aren't eating today to wait until tomorrow while I think of something. I was just lucky, you know? I had the strength to push through and survive. Truth is, most people don't have that kind of strength. They need someone to
It
provide
was at
force.
this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Someone sure fucked up somewhere. You should know better than most. Those who can act gotta take action. If they don't, nothing in this bloody world's gonna change. It'll stay as rotten as it is. So many people say there's nothing to be done. They only say that because the Parapists are right where they want them, beneath everybody.
It just ain't right.
They're gonna have the Parapists start doing well for themselves. Don't shake up the shoddy ground they're standing on. They like this twisted world just as it is. Let's change things. Let's change things ourselves. It's exactly what I planned on doing, Will. And with anyone able to take the throne, now's the time to do it. It means I can't just hand it to you
Thanks.
either. Much obliged, Will. Maybe enemies, but I like having these talks. Not as powerful as I need to be, but still, I reached out to the recruitment center. We should be seeing bigger rewards from bounties. Go check on it. Gotta keep taking those monsters down. We'll beat this world into peace together. I can feel Katharina's indignation towards the world's absurdities, as well as her deep faith in me. Why is she not a party member? Loyal hunter Katharina, keeper and inheritor of the Brawler's riches.
A new
Blah,
power.
Rank up.
I'm not letting anyone die.
The pugilist. Let's see. I think no. I don't think anyone can be pugilist just yet. So I think the closest would probably be Stroll. Next time I see you, I'm taking you down for sure, so don't go dying on me.
As the shadows are stretched to their limits before darkness takes them, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a balmy wetland. Nocturnal creatures who lay dormant beneath the fens in the light rise to seek out their prey. Meanwhile, the party rests their weary souls, fatigued by the long journey, under the protection of the Gauntlet Runner.
We'll be arriving tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing what kind of place Brawlhaven is.
All right, then.
Is imagination or razor? Let's check the campfire first. Yet another Dream Eater moth.
All right, then. Go.
Well, yeah, let's take another bath. Get that speed up. Take a bath. Blah 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 blah. Obtained Michael from the bath.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Captain?
Still asleep.
Rise and shine, what? Almost there.
Haven. It's been a while.
Oh, you've been there before.
My parents took me once when I was a boy. I remember the day we arrived, and waking up to the smell of the ocean. The place was crowded beyond belief. Everything was so different from our hometown in the countryside.
I felt much the same when I reached the royal capital. Quite a sight compared to my little village, with naught but fields and mountains.
To be sure. And where are you from, Hulkenberg?
You cannot guess? Surely Montario in the east. Why, the Hulkenbergs are one of that nation's most prominent aristocratic houses, if not foremost among them.
You don't say.
Well, yes. Though I've no close relationship with my parents, I've hardly seen them since I left home.
I see. Suppose we've all come a long way, haven't we?
Seems we'll make it to the exhibition just in time.
With a
Yeah.
master at the helm, you're bound to, eh?
I really hope Joanna shows up.
We resolved to trust her. So we simply watch and wait.
Right. Everyone set and steady? Welcome, ladies and gents, to the coastal crown
I've been
jewel,
super pinged. What the fuck?
Port Brilehaven.
Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania, the western annexed state of Uchronia. A vivacious city, Brilehaven is port of call to ships of both trade and war, bustling with hardy sailors. From the natural wonders caused by Magla to the Colosseum's contests of strength.
Oh,
people
the Colosseum.
flock to
Oh
see
boy.
the marvels of a
There's gonna be
city
shit to do there.
never sleeps. The sea guides the gauntlet runner into the city, alongside a warm, salty breeze.
Finally, Brilehaven.
Wow! It's the ocean! Just look, there's water all the way to the horizon! It's kind of
like
like the
a
capital,
place.
but totally different!
Yes. The City of Water, Brilehaven.
Why are there just like floating orbs of water?
Sancta Cadeau, you've brought us quite a magnificent head. How do you think it'll stack up against your competitors?
With the warrior monks at my side, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. But I won't presume to know the rankings. I humbly leave it in God's hands.
Lineup's a bit conventional for my taste so far. Oh, here comes our mysterious little underdog now. Stir things up a bit here, will you?
That's the plan. As long as Joanna actually fucking showed up.
Ah, would you look at these spectacular gauntlet runners? They must all be worthy of kings.
Looks like Luis is still the only one with a Skyrunner, though.
No, I'm sure those blasted clergymen have some mechanism for it too. The Sanctus Church funded the Skyrunners to begin with. If you can call that flying, of course. All just piffling about with levitation magic. Only a passing acquaintanceship to real aerodynamics. Birds have never needed magic to fly. Just the mechanical ingenuity of the feathered wing. That's the kind of breakthrough I'd like to make. You'll see.
Nurse, bird of
One
science.
day, I'll make those wings reality, and we'll soar like birds.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I'll have you run in the sky with me. Mark my words.
If it isn't the pretentious little gallant. and
Oh,
his
God.
cronies. If it isn't the walking headache. Well. No head to be seen. Weren't you talking big about chasing down that Heismay fiend?
You're referring to me, yes?
You're the man. This is a joke, is it? He's your great and terrible bounty. You know there's still time to drop out before you humiliate yourself in front of the masses.
Say what you wish. He is one of us. Tis not his head we are offering.
Truly? You're allied with a wanted criminal? Are you all mad? Oh, your public humiliation will be quite a sight. Come, Hector.
God, I want to kick his ass so much right now.
And that was?
A candidate and one of Luis's henchmen. We don't exactly see eye to eye.
Confound it. No damn parking spaces left. Well, let's look for somewhere a bit less unpleasantly populated.
tomorrow is finally the exhibition to present all the heads. I really hope Joanna shows up.
You needn't all sleep here tonight, you know? I can stay and wait for the cavalry. Got to give the old girl a tune-up anyway, don't I?
Tis much appreciated. In that case, we should look for an inn about the city. Ah, and we must sample the local delights. They've far better seafood than in the capital.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
To stop for rest, surrounded by fine food, is an uncommon blessing.
If you're sure, Nearest, then we'll leave it to you. Me, I long for a proper bed.
So be it. Let's find ourselves some lodging.
Find our next home base for the next... I don't know how many days.
Really?
I don't even know what the fuck we're gonna be doing here other than the exhibition. Came all this way to a big city. I think we deserve a real inn.
Joy. Oh, this blooming heat.
Oh, Brylehaven. Chase away the birds. Oh, look, another Ujif. Hello. I'll let one off you. There you go.
Hey!
Isn't it a little strange the shop only sells one item?
Proper aces.
Oh, God.
Malicious sector.
Oh, God.
Say, I pity you.
All right, then.
Oh, I think that might be the statue.
Yeah? Hey, mister!
Yeah. What?
Hello,
What the Whoa, hold on. What the It has a rook for a helmet.
We haven't much time.
For you, Fuds, rule must change. Let's first change the country. Let's go pig it. I'm aware of who Yufa is. I've seen her work cover.
Need a ride?
Anglers in Square Indus.
Good choice.
To cross the water.
Say.
There's Hulkenberg.
All right, then.
There's apparently 3 spots where we can... Damn, we can see it all the way over here.
Whoa!
Can really see the king's face from here, huh? Realized it was slowly moving, but it's coming to Browley. Even do that. Wonder why it came.
Yes.
Do suspect it keeps a watchful eye on the top candidates. Evidently we're being observed, as we've seen from the coronation rock. Well, maybe that's actually for the better. Seeing that thing in the sky might make everyone really think about the kingdom's future.
Then.
Anyway, we better get to finding an inn we can stay at.
Ridiculous. What do I do?
And there's more from when we want to go to academia. Hi.
Oh, this blooming heat.
Oh, this might be a little tougher than I thought.
What is it you require?
You there. Who are you again? Surely haven't heard of me. I am shocked, and yet how lucky you are to be my exquisite form for the first time. Beauty is always my creed. Oh, right. He's the kill all the ugly people person. More than anything, a king should be beautiful, should he not? Whichever inn I choose for my beauty rest must be worthy of my resplendent grace. Yes, like this golden coral pavilion. Alas, I doubt you have been blessed with wealth enough to enjoy a room at such a lavish place as this. This guy's a jerk. I don't want to stay at an inn full of people like him anyway.
Oh, this blooming heat.
Hello, Lena. You're the one who gave that speech in Matira. We were both able to make it here safely to Brylehaven. Planning to stay at this inn? Fortunately, there aren't any beds left. Plus, at the exhibition, everywhere's full up. And after I told myself I was going to make sure to stay somewhere nice this time, too.
I see.
That's so. This place is no good. We'll have to look for somewhere else. Wait, the gauntlet runner of yours, when you had parked in the middle of Matira. Had a more powerful chassis than mine. Tell me, what sort of technology do you use? You'd have to ask our mechanic for that one. What a shame. We got inside without even knowing how it worked. The group must have quite a talented engineer. You know, right? I'm a competitor too, and I'm very proud of my gauntlet runner. It means that if you're stubborn and refuse to tell me, I can make you do it by force. We are going to have to fight her eventually, aren't we? I would love to see a conversation. I would love to observe a conversation between her and Eurus, though.
Hey!
Look who's here. You're that elder fella from Matira, ain't you? So we both got ourselves marks for the exhibition. Are you hoping to stay at this inn? Sorry to disappoint you so, because I just got tossed out of my ear by the innkeeper. Said it's already full. And the one calling himself the Come One Come All Inn. Some joke, eh? Is there anywhere else to stay? Well, there's 2 other inns nearby, but I'm hardly thrilled with either option. On the other side of the fountain is the Golden Coral Pavilion, where knobby wankers like Forden stay. We already checked there. The Parapus or an elder staying there? Fat bloody chance. There's an inn past the Golden Coral, but that one's twice the pricey. I must say that's where you'll find Luis, naturally. Probably bought out the whole place for his rabble-rousing crew.
Yes, but...
You think so? Guess we better avoid that one then. Well, if we could afford it to begin with. While there are other options go, there's the Spider's Den, over by the tavern. There's a dodgy-looking Yuji standing out front, smiling all creepy-like. He's right off staying there, so I'll pass. Besides, who needs an inn when there's a tavern? From this day on, I claim it as my castle. I don't get much sleep in tavern. I sure wouldn't anyway. Not that this Spider's Den sounds much better. And again, there's no way we're getting into the Golden Coral, so we might not have a choice. Should we go check it out? We may as well. Worst comes to worst, we could probably just
What do I do?
nap in the Gauntlet Runner. Hello. This inn looks pretty shady, but I'm not sure we've got any other options. Go talk to that man over there before we go in. I think he's the innkeeper. Wait. Hello. Oh, on the hunt for lodging, are we? Have a spare room available. Won't refuse service to anyone, and the rooms are affordable for all. Criminals, persecuted tribes? Oh no, I wouldn't dream of turning business away.
Stay.
Feel free to have a look at the accommodations and discuss payment afterwards.
Kind of freaky.
Well, this place really seems shady, but we might as well look at the room. Spider's Den. We're gonna get fucking robbed in here, aren't we?
Well, should have figured they'd be out of the upper rooms with all the travelers in town.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
Hence the hut.
That's why you lived in the hut.
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that. Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Luis.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she will join us?
You know, I just thought of something. What are the odds that in the middle of her confession, someone just fucking snipes her out of nowhere? Someone from the church, perhaps. We'd have to trust her.
We have to trust her.
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part. I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe that, at least.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the dais. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
Wouldn't that have been lifted by now,
Dash
though?
will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
Alright, off to the tavern then, I guess.
What are we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
With
We
all
really have to.
skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other. When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
I love you, Milo! I love you forever!
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right.
You'd
no,
rather
no,
wait
it's
for
not.
a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars. Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing! When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Rousant tribe at its head! Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command! Hear, hear! For Rousant pride!
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men! We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open! Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be a head lighter! We'll split their fortunes and toast to our health!
Preach it, Katharina! You're just what this land needs!
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Luis.
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blight is afraid of losing to Sanctifex Ford.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
I confess, I know not how to feel.
What do you mean?
Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
And there's Gladell. Eesh. Spin!
When I'm king, pleasures
God.
will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round.
Woo! Next round's on, Loveless!
Let fools be content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
God, imagine if we, actually turned them to our side.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
That lad there, he's an elder, isn't he? Are you a candidate too?
Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
Please, for the love of God, not a fishing minigame. Okay, thank God. The fuck is that? Some weird, creepy creature.
Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite, natural.
All right, Hulkenberg, you're up.
Let us try it.
Did she even look at it?
Why, tis delicious. The aroma
my God.
of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
Fuck it, I'm going for it.
At least we'll die together.
Oh, well, I was the one who suggested fishing. Right. The noble thing to do is see it through. Ugh. It's rather slimy for my liking.
I don't think he can handle it.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need
It's
way
still
higher
wiggling.
standards, lady.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament. Maybe you remember me.
How could I forget?
Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martyra, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
How did you hear about it?
How did you hear about all this?
It's a crier's business to hear things. So, do you have a head ready? Well, let's see. Got a head right here, I suppose. Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you, all right?
I'll try not to disappoint.
That crier's an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he?
Something tells me he's not exactly on the Sanctus payroll.
Rumor
He's not
has
holy.
it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on. Keep it under your hat.
Is he actually helping
For
us?
his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up a bit.
Right. Just got back from the pub, did you?
You wound me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
Is he going to be one of our supporters? Minnie and Barton should reach the city by morning. I imagine they will aim to find us in our gauntlet runner. Yours ought to be there to greet them. The day dawns, we should head to the gauntlet runner.
My apologies.
Mind lending me any on. What do you need them for? Oh, oh my God, portrait. So cute. For defense, you understand. It's just in case. Otherwise, while I'm sleeping, I'll be unprotected against... Apologies. Against bugs. Want no contact with them whatsoever, awake or asleep. Thought I might bundle myself in blankets at night. Yes, I know this place is warm as it is. Yes, I'm prepared for the inevitable night sweats. Nevertheless, I'd be grateful to have any spare blankets. I think what they're going for is the irony of a bat being afraid of both.
Come along now, Gordon.
Indeed. Brawlhaven is positively rife with tourists. For myself, a long way to the delicacies here, and indeed, so delicious I wish to eat every fish in the restaurant's tank. Fish so fresh it still wriggles in the mouth. Well, that's a port city specialty. What's that look about? Don't find it appetizing? Not really. How you holding up, Skull? The other candidates' speeches seem practically identical. I do not trust those types of the country myself. Is there no one who can truly rival Louisa Ford?
Look at that.
Ease time for the bid.
Good night.
As well. Now, I want to see how the whole exhibition
Time
turns out
marches
before I
on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The next day, and he's been drinking again. Cool.
The man's sloshed. Again.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
I'll come.
No. I'll come.
Bah! I'm going to splash some water on my face.
What?
Yep, well, here they are. Well, what
My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctuaress.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a bally thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins. It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
Fucking lightweight.
Please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come. I cannot let myself betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves. In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
The fog, huh?
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
I intend to.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Finally, time to bring this arc to a close.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne.
Okay, the one right next to Katharina, what the fuck? What the hell is that? Oh my god.
At a later date, when the second round is announced,
the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
We're still in triple digits.
Ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table. Starting with his and her highnesses of Oceana and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship. Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general, is he?
We see all these people on
we
the
have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church.
Yeah, the church panel or whatever
better
the hell.
known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has,
Oh, you poor
great
thing.
seafood. And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them. I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceana. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're
Thank you.
thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
Oh boy. Big ol' fish. Hey.
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow, my good people. Strength and compassion in one package. He's got the crowd on his side right from the start. Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And
you got in
we
there,
have
buddy?
a challenger. Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound.
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
Where's your proof? Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down. Now, on to the next!
Oh boy, whose is this? That's a fucking kraken. What the hell?
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea? Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the
Oh,
people of
fucking
this
bullshit,
beautiful
old
port
man.
city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Borden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Borden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now. Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's their head?
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martyra? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heisme? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heisme. You chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martyra. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd. Speak sense, woman.
Master Heisme is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Bardon, Captain of Martyra's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martyra.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's... well, that's quite a turn of events. We have our head,
Like, damn, did they think he'd shake it up this much?
And it's unlike any we've seen yet.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A Sanctoress would never.
What will His Eminence Borden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance.
I think we should call them peeper.
Now, justice must
time,
be
buddy.
rendered.
What? Right here and now? Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king. It is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
I will. I promise.
Damn.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls. If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
Well, we're under 50, but it's not enough to go to the second round. This eventually leads to saving the prince.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. It's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
Oh, here we go.
On the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand men, see?
And now
It's
you walk with
Fido.
Eugif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe.
Fascinating. Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Yes, we're still pretending to be on his side.
Failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
Break the tongue. Try to get on his good side. Yeah, this will probably do the job a little better.
No. We only read it wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last
Oh,
time
at this
he
point,
told us
probably.
we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Oh, Oh, loves.
Hi.
I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon. So stay in the city, would you? And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Oh my.
Master Luis? Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You
just
weren't
left.
told?
We'd better be getting back as well. Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
Not a done deal
It's not
yet.
a done deal.
Still, it is a significant step forward. We've crossed a dangerous bridge, and the risk paid off. We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He still fights?
Well, yeah, we still have the
Took a look
mirror.
in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
In his pocket.
Would he keep it in his pocket?
I doubt it. I mean, what...
Do you really suppose it would be in the runner he uses even today? The incident was near a decade ago.
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
And that is our next. We're gonna wait.
Joanna! A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph. She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
Just scheming assholes all the way.
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
She doesn't seem too happy.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The next day.
Hello? A word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Luis at a haunt like that.
Probably all the better for a secret meeting.
Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Luis's craft, eh?
Right then.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
Please give me a chance to stop and save. This is already a double length. Okay, thank God. The Night Prowler, huh?
Let's hurry.
The place should be on the edge of town, I've heard. Journeyman should know how to get there. Phew. The end of one arc. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you liked this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and we'll see you guys next time where we go to this Night Prowler place. Say goodbye, Chumbly.